We might just get hit with the Rico.
Me Millie, cause we in the field with them birds like we play for the Eagles. I'm on probation, so let me not talk what's illegal. Switch it up. Today I woke up with my drinker, she rich as a beetle. For my teachers that said I won't make it here, I spent a day with.
What's going on, guys? Boy, Joe Shake72 coming to you guys with a video right now. Now, I want to go over some of the standouts from the minicamp that has been going on. And there are some names that you're going to be like, I expected him to do something. Then there's going to be names where you're going to be like, did not expect it, but hopefully they can come through and make a roster spot. Now, I want to go through some of these guys right now. The first name I want to talk about, Josh Sweat, that we drafted this year, defensive end from Florida State. Now, Josh Sweat has been literally showing Jim Schwartz and this defense he has major burst on the edge. And the information was kind of just very vague, but Josh Sweat was known for injuries, was known for having a very slow motor, a guy that, you know, loses strength very easily and cannot finish at the edge. And during this camp, he has shown Jim Schwartz that he has that burst on the edge and he has those long arms and he can get by guys pretty damn easily with a lot more work and a lot more technique on the NFL level. Josh Sweat could make the roster. Now, I think he will make the roster because we need DNs. We need as many depth guys on this D-line as possible because our defense is all about that pass rush. So, good for Josh Sweat. I'm happy about that. Jeremy Reeves from South Alabama, safety, is another standout from this mini camp. Yes, we're not wearing pads. Yes, the team is not wearing pads. Now, what Reeves has shown the coaches so far is that he is always at the right spot at the right time. There was a time apparently in practice where he could have made a big hit if he had pads on. He has shown up in the right spot. He is good. He has been getting off blocks. He has been getting very, he's been going upfield, you know, going through the offense, getting off blocks and being in the right spot to make tackles. So he's been fighting and fighting. And I think he will have that third safety spot this year. If he can make this roster, Jeremy Reeves could turn into something special. And I'm very psyched about that because really need the safety of the future. When Malcolm Jenkins moving up in age, and then McLeod probably not be on the roster after this season. We will see, but Jeremy Reeves is standing out. He's being noticed, and damn, I'm happy about that. Camu Grugier-Hill knows that the linebacker spot is a little. There's an open grab for that Mike linebacker spot, and Camu Grugier-Hill has been more of a special teams guy, a fill-in guy for guys that take off a few plays, but he has shown that he is very good in pass coverage. I don't know about going downhill against the run, but his pass coverage apparently in minicamp has been very good, and he's been doing his thing. So hey. Camu Grugier-Hill is a great special teamer. I mean, he literally was kicking field goals doing a kickoff for us when, you know, we faced the Cowboys and we had to put him in to kick the ball. That's when we were going for 2-point conversions like crazy. But Camu Grugier-Hill, man, he knows there's an open spot. I'm not saying he's going to start, but I think he'll maybe move up the depth chart just a little bit in that linebacker spot. Especially not knowing the future of Jordan Hicks after this year, especially if Jordan Hicks can even stay healthy. So Camu Grugier-Hill definitely has a chance. He's been on this team long enough, to at least, he knows the system, he knows how to play, and he's got more reps than any of the new guys that are coming in. Now, Elijah Qualls is another name. We drafted Elijah Qualls in the 6th round last year, and with Timmy Jernigan being out, I don't know how long he's going to be out. He'll probably be out a week or two. I don't think he's going to be out more than a game. Maybe he'll come back week 1. Don't know. But you know how Doug Pearson and the front office of the Philadelphia Eagles are very, very cautious. So Elijah Qualls could pick up. He is aiming for that third D tackle spot. Haloti Ngata, Fletcher Cox, and now Elijah Qualls couldn't get his chance. Elijah Qualls made a promise to the other teams that didn't draft him that they were going to make them pay for not drafting him. He's a big guy. I mean, he's big, but I just think he needs to have more technique, more explosiveness, see what he could do in the trenches. But, hey, if it's a spot that he can claim, then, hell, I don't see why he shouldn't have it. So, there's Elijah Qualls for you. Devontae Bosby. Yeah, Devontae Bosby. Remember that name? Devontae Bosby was actually signed last year. He's been on the team for a year. He's been on the practice squad for a year. So learning everything. He was on the practice squad for I think he went in a few games for the Kansas City Chiefs, but he ended up going back to the practice squad, I guess. I don't know. He started he got into a few games, mostly an outside corner. So he played outside corner in this camp and literally very good coverage. He was on Dallas Goedert most of the time, playing outside. He played inside and then they switched him to outside, but he's actually been playing more outside for the Philadelphia Eagles in this training camp, this mini camp. And he's got good. Harry Roseman gave him a shot this spring to see what he can really do, and he's been showing that he's got very good coverage skills. Very good coverage skills. So, hey, the more corners, the better competition. Now, Devontae Bosby, I did not expect to even make any type of attention during at least this training camp, but hey, the more corners, the better, the more competition. So there you go with that. Very happy about that. Now, the one guy that we're all looking at, all eyes on one guy here, and that is Sidney Jones. Sidney Jones has been playing slot corner. He hasn't even been playing outside. They've had him at slot cornerback, and he was on Nelson Agholor all the time. And for what I've been reading and what has been said is that Sidney Jones has had very good coverage on Nelson Agholor. For the most part, he looks very good right now. And he is in the mix for a starting role. And if he has to start at the slot, then so be it. We need a slot corner, losing Patrick Robinson in free agency. Now you got Sidney Jones in the slot cornerback position, and he will definitely start this year. No doubt about that. It's like having an extra draft pick, and getting a top 10 player in the draft last year. Sidney Jones, like I said, was on Nelson Agholor all of minicamp, and has done a very good job on him. He is showing flashes of his days in Washington. So, hey, Nelson Agholor, one of the best slot receivers in the league. Can't believe I'm fucking saying that. Good for him. Good for us. And only going to make... And Nelson Agholor is very elusive, very fast, quick feet. Very good at breaking the route. The best practice that Sidney Jones could have is against one of the best slot receivers in the league. So, hey, Sidney Jones, if he has to start somewhere, and if it's at slot cornerback, then, hey, why not? But at the same time, you know how Jim Schwartz loves safeties with corner background, corners with safety background. See, if someone gets hurt this year, God forbid, you have guys that can move in different spots. That's what makes this defense special, because they're not going to get one-trick pony positional guys. They're going to get guys that can move in different positions. Guys can move all over the place. So, hey, if Sidney Jones has to start the slot corner this year, as long as he's on the field this year, I don't care. But, hey, maybe later on he'll move to outside. But, hey, he's in the mixed role for the slot corner position. Devontae Bosby playing outside corner on the second team. I forgot to tell you he was on the second team, which is, for a practice squad guy being on the second team, pretty damn good. That's pretty damn high for a practice squad player. So either Devontae Bosby has been playing at a high level, he's been he's been practicing very hard, or he had a very, he trained really hard in this offseason this past year. So hey, let's get it done. The secondary is going to be all set for next year with this pass rush. Now, am I missing another name? I think the last name is Carson Wentz. And not doing too much, but doing enough to where you could watch him. And like I said, I already made a video on this, but he's looking pretty damn good out there. Oh, I am missing a name. Shelton Gibson. Yeah. A guy that we weren't really happy with last year. Shelton Gibson last year was dropping passes, even on individual drills. He was dropping passes, bad route running, just horrible. He's just a one-trick pony. He's just a guy that's going to get open downfield, and that was about it. But surprisingly, he has shown up on the news that he has been, let's just say, nothing crazy, but he has been. He looks a lot better this year. He looks a lot better. His catching, his route running, his route breaks. He's been doing a lot better with all of that. So to see that on the field with pads on, I can't wait to see Shelton Gibson. Don't rule out Shelton Gibson. It's a very good wide receiver room. You got Mike Wallace. You got Mac Hollins. Mac Hollins could have a breakout year this year. But, hey, Shelton Gibson, man, has got to show something in preseason, has got to show something during camp, and apparently it's taken an eye that he looks better. All it is he looks better than last year, so that's good. So he doesn't look the same, he doesn't look exceptionally good, but he's improved. So no promise to Shelton Gibson, but we'll see what happens. But that's about it, guys. Just wanted to go over some of the news that's come out today on some of the guys that have shown up during this mini camp, and can't wait till the real camp starts and everyone's practicing and getting their groove on. So that's all I gotta say. What do you guys think about all of this? Who do you think is going to shine? Do you think Sidney Jones is going to start at the slot corner at first and will make his way up to outside? Or maybe he's not an outside guy in the NFL. Who knows? But I'm very fascinated by the corner position right now, especially Devontae Bosby, a guy I've never heard of until last year when we signed him. They gave him a chance to watch all year, practice with the team all year, and now he's got a chance to get into the groove. See if we'll see if he's better than Russell Douglas. Maybe Russell Douglas, another guy that started when Ronald Darby was hurt. You know what I mean? And has done very well. He got a pick in the Giants game, a pick in the Panthers game, a pick during the Bears game, I think. I mean, he I'll tell you, not the fastest guy in the world, but he's got an eye for the ball. And, he uses his body, his physicality on those wide receivers to get the job done. So that's all I got to say, guys. So fly, Eagles, fly. Shakes caught up. Thank you for the support, guys. Peace.